Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Marvel Future Fight news with your host, this guy from Legend of Korra. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and today we got the Lunar New Year is Coming event, which is the event before the event, which is the Lunar New Year event. So they posted this about 3 o'clock in the morning, so about 12 hours ago, on the Marvel Future Fight official forum, on Netmarble Forum, to count down to a special celebration. We will be anyways, the countdown to a special celebration has begun. They're opening Battle World, which is not that special, but it's okay, it's whatever. You get some rewards for Battle World, so I encourage you to play Battle World. And there's some other Lunar New Year stuff coming. If you guys don't know what Lunar New Year is, it's celebrated in a lot of Asian countries. In particular, Netmarble is based in Korea, and Koreans celebrate the Lunar New Year. It's very fun if you've ever been to Korea during Lunar New Year. There's lots of delicious snacks and food that they make specifically for this time of the year. And yeah, we get to celebrate in Marvel Future Fight, which is pretty cool. I'm all down for as many holidays and as many events as possible. So give me all the North American Western holidays like Christmas, Halloween, and regular January New Year's, and then give me all the Asian holidays as well. Let's double dip on these holidays and all these gifts. So we got a Vibranium gift chest in your Notice tab. We've got a Crystal bonus spending event. So for those of you that hit me up with questions like, I've saved up a bunch of crystals, what should I spend it on? This is the time, not necessarily what you should spend it on, but this is the time to spend the crystals. Because if you can manage to spend 10,000 crystals, you will get a mega rank up ticket as a bonus reward. So try to never spend a large amount of crystals unless there's a crystal bonus mission being offered at the same time. It's just a way of getting a bunch of extra rewards for free for crystals you would have spent anyways. Now sometimes they rotate these gifts, these rewards, and they change it and they make it like a mythic uniform upgrade ticket. So there's no guarantee that the next crystal bonus mission is going to be a mega rank up ticket. Also keep in mind that any refunds you get for items that you purchase will also the refund won't be deducted from the amount that you've spent. So I'm not sure if, okay, so for example, this one in the shop right here, this is 5,500 crystals. If enough users purchase it, it's only been purchased by 27 players, but if 400 players purchase it, you get back 3,300 crystals. So technically, you spend 5,500, the game calculates that you spent 5,500, so on that list, you're going to go all the way up to the 5,000 reward here, and then you get back 3,300. If you then go and spend that 3,300, you'll be pushed up to the 8,000 bracket, very close, less than 2,000 crystals away from the 10,000 bracket. So using and sort of playing with these refund and sort of these crystal refund or sort of like portion of it gets refunded to you, discounted, playing with those kinds of rewards, or even playing with the epic quests, where you spend 6,600 crystals to purchase Magneto or Psylocke or Invisible Woman, and then they give you back 1,500 crystals when you finish the epic quest. That's another way, because you spend 6,600, then you spend that 1,500 that they give you in return. You've still only spent 6,600, but the game thinks you've spent 8,100. So you can easily get to that plateau and get that mega rank up ticket faster. Also for the battle world relay, you want to pay attention to the rewards. The battle world's not on yet; it starts tomorrow. But just as a tip to you guys, in order to place high in battle world, and I say this every time now, you have to play right at the beginning of the reset. Waiting to play battle world actually reduces your chances of winning. I don't want to go into the long explanation of why, but just trust me, you want to play right at the daily reset as soon as you can, as fast as you can. Make it the first thing you do if you want to try to place in the top 100 or whatever to try to snag some of these uniform upgrade ticket rewards. I personally would not recommend going for the black antimatter unless you know you don't have time to play bacon. Why are you dancing around the room? And then for the other one, you want to go for the tier 2 ticket or the biometric selectors. So again, you want to play right at the beginning. It's sort of the opposite logic of the timeline battle situation where you want to play later on, delay your plays until just before the next reset. So that is all they have for us right now as far as the Lunar New Year. This is not the Lunar New Year event, guys. This is the Lunar New Year is Coming event. So if you're happy with this stuff, we're going to be getting a lot more in the way of like token events, in the way of gifts and stuff like that. So it's going to be really good. So you can see here, there's the announcement there, and then I'm going to pop my Vibranium chest. Let me know what you guys got. I got some tier 3 components, really nice. And then the second thing I want to talk to you guys about today, the bigger piece of news coming from the Reddit. where all the salty boys go. You'd think they'd be more my people because they're so salty, but no. Anyways, on Reddit, this was posted 16 hours ago by RJ, one of the Reddit mods. It's basically the pre-update. It's the 5.8 pre-update token. So this is the token that is in the game files right now for the next update. And from like 4 or 5 updates ago, they stopped making these tokens have any sort of clue on them other than the color, because before, like 6 or 8 months ago, the pre-update tokens actually symbolized the update. So like the Captain Marvel movie pre-update had sort of a Captain Marvel symbol. The Thanos or the Endgame pre-update symbol had like Thanos' helmet insignia, but the players were too smart. You guys were too smart and you figured it out really quickly. So they just changed it to a question mark with some sort of themed color. And I'm sure you've seen these like green, blue, orange, yellow, like we've just gone through the whole rainbow by now. But anyways, they're holding a little contest on the Reddit. So I don't really recommend going to the Reddit, but if you do want to go to the Reddit, well, not that I recommend it, but anyways, I don't want to throw too much shade. Anyways, if you want to go on the Reddit, you can go, and they're basically holding a little contest where you can guess what you think this update means. So rather than reading the comments down below on the Reddit, I want to throw the same question and pose the same question to you guys who are watching. What do you think this update is about, given this token, given the color of the token, and then given this clue? So here's the clue. In our search for more help, we came across a hero that can help us tremendously in our fight against time. Are they going to be able to help stop the inevitable? Before leaving to bring friends, the hero left behind a token. So this is some sort of hero that can help us in our fight against time. And before they left again to bring friends back, they left behind this token. Now, I know I told you guys that I was going to let you guess in the comments down below, but there is one guess that I want to give you guys, the one that I would hope for the most, and the one that I think a lot of players would be happy for, and that is, well, I think some players are going to be salty because some players are always salty when there's X-Men updates, but an X-Men House of X, Powers of X update. And the reason for that being, a lot of the colors surrounding the character that time travels during the House of X, Powers of X series, and spoilers if you haven't read those comics, but you really should because they've been out for like 6 months now, is Moira Mactaggert. And if you guys don't know any X-Men lore, Moira is a scientist, and she's also generally linked romantically and professionally to Professor X. And so, yeah, Moira dies and comes back to life in the House of X, Powers of X series, and she doesn't necessarily time travel so much as she sort of traps herself in a time loop. Not really time loop, but anyways, she dies and comes back to life. And when she comes back to life, she remembers everything from her past lives. So it's kind of like time travel. So yeah, it doesn't necessarily fit the fight against time, but the colors do fit. The color palette definitely does fit. And leaving to bring friends. That kind of fits Moira's MO, because basically what she realizes is in order to stop the extinction of the mutants, and I'm going into like deep spoilers now for the comics, so apologies. In order to avoid the sort of erasure of all mutant kind and like the elimination of the race of the species, she has to bring together like Magneto and Apocalypse and Professor X, and they all have to work together to create a space, Krakoa, for the mutants. So anyways, it's House of X, Powers of X is absolutely mind-blowing. You have to read it. Even if this next update has nothing to do with those comics, I'm getting feelings just telling you guys and just recalling pages from the comics where you see Apocalypse walking side by side with Magneto. You see Magneto with Professor X. You see Professor X walking. That's where he's got the helmet with the big X on it. So, yeah, even if there's a 1% chance that we could be getting a Professor X update in Marvel Future Fight, if we could be getting, the potential for a white Magneto uniform, which would be absolutely insane. And then like basically every mutant, right? So you can basically just take your pick of mutants because they're all there, because this is sort of a reboot of the X-Men universe and the X-Men story by what's his name, Jonathan Hickman. So yeah, you like Havoc, sure, Mr. Sinister, absolutely, anybody you want is absolutely there. So it'll be really interesting to see what this next update is. But it's a cool thing that the Reddit is doing. I think it's nice. By the way, guys, this is not an official sneak peek. So I actually should have said that before we talked about the event here. Maybe this actually doesn't have anything to do with the update. Maybe RJ or maybe the other mods just made this up. It's kind of unclear. If it's not an official sneak peek, then I'm not sure where they got this information from. But I will give them kudos because they wrote this. They wrote this in that regular sort of strange English that all of the translated Netmarble forum posts for the sneak peeks are written in, where it's like a lot of repetitive words like more help, a hero that can help. Anyways, so yeah, I gotta give them props. I actually didn't even put those two together. Like I knew I had realized that it was not a sneak peek because I saw the text, but I hadn't realized that if it's not an official sneak peek, there's a good chance that this was just made up on the spot or whatever, made up by the Reddit mods. But either way, I think it's cool. I think it's a nice way of getting the community involved. And yeah, I usually do show these tokens, these pre-update tokens on videos, but we usually just don't really have much input on it, or not input, sort of. We don't do too much back and forth regarding the guessing. So hit up the Reddit if you want to guess. There's a 300 crystal reward for, I don't know, I guess guessing it right, or maybe just having the best guess, having the guess with the most upvotes. I don't know. I don't know if it's popularity contest or what. But yeah, hit me up in the comments down below with your guesses onto what this next update would be. If you are mega hype for the possibility of House of X, Powers of X, please hit me up. I would love to talk to you about House of X, Powers of X all day, but I have not read the more recent stuff. I haven't read like Marauders and stuff. I'm still very, very far behind. So yeah, with that being said, you have now been caught up with Marvel Future Fights News Minute, which is actually 10 minutes because on YouTube, I'm money. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.